word of the day, abrogate, right? It means to evade a responsibility or a duty. We believe the board is abrogating its responsibility to its shareholders. That's an example. I want to bring in Walser Wealth Management President Rebecca Walser. Rebecca, you know, the memo from the National Security Advisor is saying companies should create backup plans, be ready to work offline. Listen, there's no doubt businesses have a role to play, but it seems like the philosophy of the Biden administration, ironically, would be akin to them telling all Americans, hey, make sure you buy yourself a handgun or a weapon because crime is going up, particularly in major cities. They would never do that, but it feels like they're fluffing off this critical responsibility, and we all could pay a price for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting from a government that told us that we need to wear a mask and get a shot, that all of a sudden this is not their business, this is all the private sector. Look, Charles, this went really wrong when this administration did not handle the first attack on the pipeline with force and basically putting the full weight and force of our U.S. intelligence agencies. To expect a corporation, and absolutely a corporation has every duty to protect itself, duty to mitigate risk, and we all know that. But to expect that a private corporation can withstand cyber attacks from potentially hostile governments or anything like that without the full faith and backing of the U.S. government and their intelligence agencies behind all U.S. institutions and all U.S. corporations is ridiculous. And it is an open platform for hackers. And it's basically waving the white flag and say, come on in. We're just going to pass this off onto the corporations, knowing full well, Charles, that this is investigative and intelligence agencies that need to find out who these hackers are and hold them to account.
Yeah, and that's something that was brought up yesterday. President Biden was asked if he thought that Putin was testing him. Well, this is here what Biden had to say.
Mr. President, will you retaliate against Russia for this latest ransomware attack?
We're looking closely at that issue.
Do you think Putin is testing you?
No.
Mr. President,
all right, it seems pretty clear Putin is testing him. Everyone is testing him in the administration, you know, on cyber weakness and a whole lot of other things. I mean, again, it gets back to what you were saying, but what does this do? Does this further embolden these folks?
I don't understand this administration's response. I mean, we have Putin saying this week that this administration might be guilty of human civil rights violations and that they want to look and see what they're doing with the January 6th protesters. So, I mean, this is just bizarre where you have the Vladimir Putin literally calling out the president of the United States for human rights violations. We are living in a bizarro world where we're getting cyber attacks where this administration says nothing. It says it's literally the commercial space that has to worry about it, not us, when they know full well that if they don't come out with a response, that this is going to be the inflation of our time. Each industry hacked and prices going up to deal with the fact that we can't control our own corporations.
Rebecca, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. There's so many ideas, so many trends, all this stuff. You saw we got these amazing guests.